following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy UAG back with another episode of the weekly retro party. And I want to thank everybody for showing up. Garage Gamer, Adam, Steps. Thank you for stopping by. Show's brought to you by our people over there at Manscaped. They sent me over the Shaver Pro Dome. And that's how I got my head all nice, cleanly shaved. Make sure you go over there, get yourself one of those pieces, or you might want to take care of the undercarriage. Use code WRP for a 20% discount and free shipping. With that being said, we have made it halfway through the week, and we're also 10 on the 10th month of the year, October. October is one of those months, when you can start bringing out that sweater, that hoodie, we're a month in the football season and things are getting nice. And all the white girls are getting pumpkin spice lattes. So, I like to go over there to the Starbucks and, that's always fun. I'm frozen. You see that? I don't know what's going on, guys. Okay, I'm unfrozen now. And so that's happening. But with that being said, again, we're 10 months in. And let me bring my co-host, the host with the most, my man, MGK. What's good, my brother?
What's up? World, what's happening?
Dude. Like I said, we're 10 months in. The year's almost over. We might as well start. There's some people that already started Christmas shopping and stuff like that. And so we're going to be talking about some things that might be on your Christmas list this season. But before we start that, we have to start the show correct. Do you have a beverage of choice this evening?
I do. I mixed up some real toxicology right here. I got an old fashioned with some extra maraschinos in that joint. You know what I'm saying? What's up, everybody? What's up, MSU Rich? What's up, Steps? Garage Gamer Adam, what's happening?
So, for my birthday, someone blessed me with the best gift ever. It's called a bartism, some bar. I forgot what it's called.
The thing that makes the drinks for you,
dude. Next level. I got myself a sex on the beach because I don't even know how to make these from scratch. But
okay,
all you gotta do is add your spirit of choice, and so this is vodka. So I got like a vodka gift set, and it gives me all these drinks. I got Cosmopolitan, lemon drop in it, and this was one of them.
Is that the one with the pods, or is that the one with you? Oh, okay, yes.
So all you do is you just get the pods, and it makes your drink, and then you can make it whether you want a pussy version, regular, or super strong. So I went with the strong.
You went with super pussy, right? I got you.
No, I went strong, baby. Strong man. Big boy status right there, baby. And so I got that. I believe we have someone joining us. Let's add the young lady to the. Well, maybe not, man. She's not ready yet. When she's ready, we'll add her in there. Dudes Arcades up in here. What's up?
What up, dude?
Tide Pods is the only item at Arcade1Up claw machines capable of picking up. Yeah, Steps. We're gonna have to talk about that because that is a major design flaw, and so we're definitely gonna have to address the elephant in the room, or should I say the mouse in the room, because it can't be an elephant.
For sure.
So I think our guest might be ready. I think she gave me the hell no. So while that's on, I'm gonna start the show off with our what the F moments of the week. The claw machine is
what's up, Toxin?
Everyone knows it. Toxin, you're 1000% correct. But we thought we would have a couple of weeks with it.
Hello.
It looks like with that major design flaw, we won't make a couple of weeks.
How about this? Let's get into the what the F moments, and we go talk about it because everybody wants to talk about it. We know what we go say about it. We know we go talk about it.
We're gonna start with this one. Me and you, we love story time. So there's this podcast. It's called OK Story Time.
Okay.
And this story is a doozy, and I want to hear your reaction to it. We'll react while it's going on because there will be some pauses in it for us to react. But I just said I don't know what the fuck I would do if I was in this situation. Maybe what this gentleman did. It's a fucking excellent story. So let's pull it up here.
My girlfriend announced she was pregnant. She doesn't know I had a vasectomy.
Oh, what a twist. What a twist.
You only read the title. I might sound like a bad guy, but I'm not. I've known I wanted to be child-free since my early teens. My parents didn't oppose me, but they did say I could change my mind. Since I'm not an only child, they'll still get grandchildren. And this comes from Storyteller13 on the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So when I was 20, I got a vasectomy. When I was 22, I met my girlfriend. I've been open about wanting to be child-free from the very beginning. I remember telling her about my vasectomy, but to be honest, I think there was already alcohol involved, so I'm not sure if she remembers.
OP told her?
We were dating for a year and a half when she moved in with me. Mm-hmm. I'm now 25, and 2 weeks ago, I got home from work, and my girlfriend was standing in the living room smiling. She showed me a positive pregnancy test. Thinking it was a TikTok prank, I played along. When she didn't reveal it was a prank, I knew what had happened, but I continued playing along.
Ouch.
I don't know if I would do that.
Double ouch.
I don't think I have the willpower
I got up
to
at
not
midnight
react
and started sending emails.
OP's reaching out to everyone they know.
I took a week off work and emailed my best friend the details, telling them to pretend they knew nothing and be prepared. Mm-hmm. The next morning, I left for work as usual, but I didn't go to work. Carl, one of my friends, was waiting outside. He had a cap and a hoodie ready for me. The whole week, we followed Katie, and on day 3, she met up
3 days of stalking.
with
he was
her affair partner.
Oh my God. At least you have like a ride or die friend.
Yeah, dude. I like the stakeout. It's
yeah,
pretty fun.
he's like, he met up. He gave me a hat and a hoodie. Because apparently OP didn't have those already.
Yep. And he's like, all right,
Oh, Lord.
stakeout, baby.
Oh, and he's like, I brought chips.
We followed them to a motel, and then Carl followed him to his home. The guy was married with kids.
Hey, blue.
We devised a plan. I convinced Katie to go to her parents' house to tell them the good news last Saturday. While there, I gave my friends the keys to my home. At Katie's parents' house, we had lunch with the parents and siblings first. Then Katie told them the good news. Everyone was happy. After a while, I got a call I had to take. It was my friend telling me they were done and they were ready.
They,
So I asked to make an
moved all the
announcement.
stuff out.
I pulled Katie aside in
Move
front of
that shit.
anyone.
Let's get
I
it out
bet-
of there.
They thought I was going to propose.
No, sorry.
I started by telling how we met, how much she meant to me, and ended with, and that's why it hurt so much that you cheated on me and got pregnant by someone else.
Whoa, heavy. In front
That
of everyone.
Everybody
is
know now.
Crazy.
Damn.
The room was silent.
Of course.
Katie looked shocked. She started telling me
Why
it
would
wasn't a
you
funny
shout, bitch?
joke. I said, I'm not joking.
I'm not joking. I'm Batman.
The moment you told me you were pregnant, I knew you cheated. I got a vasectomy 5 years ago, and I go to checkups every year. So if you're pregnant, you have cheated. At that moment, her phone rang. I told her to answer it. It was probably a fair partner's full name. You know, the real father of your baby. Probably wants to know and talk about you moving in. Not sure if his wife and kids are going to like that. What happened was that my friends had loaded up everything of Katie's in a U-Haul
Everything.
and brought it to a fair partner's home. When
Whoa.
they called
want
me,
it? There you
they
go.
were in front of his home
told
for
you.
the final
I told
part.
you.
They rang the doorbell and asked the fair partner where they could put her things. He was confused, and they handed him
was
and his wife a
confused.
folder with pictures of him and Katie. And Carl said, since OP is kicking her out, she needs a place to stay. We're just delivering her things. And since you don't want the woman who is pregnant with your child to stay on the street, we assumed you would take her in.
Messy. Sorry, Pistachio says messy. This is
First of all,
messy.
he's very nice.
So messy.
He
This is
moved her free of
brutal.
charge, all her shit.
Oh.
A fair partner
That's a
called
nice guy.
Katie, yelling that she ruined his life and he never wants to see her again. After hearing him scream over the phone, I said, oh, so his wife doesn't want his mistress and their fair baby living there? They'll have to stay here with your parents. With that, I walked away, leaving a crying Katie and her confused and angry family behind. My friends brought the U-Haul with her stuff to her parents' house after the fair partner refused to accept it.
Oh, he didn't want it.
Really quick, is this too overboard?
I
don't-
think because I feel
Do you
bad.
think it? Wait a
Kate.
minute. Do you think it's overboard,
Okay.
or do you
okay.
think that was a good?
Let's go to talk. Let's go to talk. So-
because I don't think that it's overboard.
Oh, it's more
I
to
think
the
it's
story.
Oh, it's more. It's more.
Okay,
more.
so this is the deal. I told y'all, man, I got a fucked up life, man. This did not happen to me, but I have a cousin that something like this happened to. I promise you, something like this happened to my cousin, and he was at a point where he couldn't he had the vasectomy, he couldn't have kids, none of that stuff, right?
What?
Yeah. So his wife, he had only been married for a little while. His wife came home and was like, "Yo, I'm pregnant," and he instantly just dogged her out, man. Like they broke up, all kind of stuff. The problem is, sometimes that shit don't stick, bro. And and she was like, "Yo," she was adamant about the fact that she did not cheat on him, and everybody in the family is like, "Yo, well, he got a vasectomy." Like, don't nobody. And she was mad cool, but she's like, "I didn't cheat on you, dude." Waited till she had the baby and everything. Did the DNA test, bro. It was, bro.
It was his.
After the, yeah, he actually it says sometimes it's not 100%.
Yeah.
It was his.
Well,
Hey,
I mean,
dude.
that does happen, but from what the story said, he said he would go every year for a checkup to make sure that his shit is still.
Now I'm saying I get this one. I'm just saying I get this, but
That's
I'm just
crazy,
saying yeah. And the crazy thing is he never could get in with the daughter. The daughter ended up being his daughter is like a genius. She ended up graduating from high school at 14, got a full ride to an Ivy League school, and she don't have nothing to do with him, bro.
Well, I mean, she probably feels some type of way. That's a story that you'll never forget. And so she's like, "Oh, you didn't even want me," blah 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 blah. And even though didn't understand the story, so it's I understand that. Let's go ahead a little further into the story.
Which is crazy because obviously she cheated. Maybe this is
Too overboard.
This is just so intensely a lot.
I went home with my sister and was waiting, and she was waiting for me. She knew everything. This was not part of my plan, but Carl knows me so well. I broke down and cried in my sister's arms. He stayed the weekend, taking care of me, allowing me to grieve and process the betrayal. And there is an update, but Carl is such a goated friend that he's like, you're going to need your sister.
Yeah.
Is this too much? What do you guys think? Chippy Lee says nuclear revenge. Nova Starlight says I'm eating popcorn for this. This is getting good. Josephine Medola Burquist says good thing the wife found out. Lily X Pilly says she was going to make her raise someone else's kids.
That's true.
I honestly feel like it's a little bit too much, but there is an update. So,
yeah.
it's been a
why
week
you selling
since
your cabinet,
Katie
bro?
at her parents' house. My boys cleaned out my home and brought everything of Katie's to her parents.
Why are you
But because
selling
I
it?
didn't have time to mark everything that was Katie's, the boys didn't take everything that belonged to her, and they even took some things of mine. So I called her sister to arrange a meeting to exchange our belongings. The sister agreed, but under one condition.
That they meet. Okay, I'm gonna give you the gist. So they'll meet, and basically, she said, "If I got rid of the baby, would you get back with me?" And he's like, "This, nah, nigga, you did your mistake. It's over.
What?
It's over. There's
Hold up.
nothing that can make me come back." He said,
Hold up.
"You go on, bitch. You're done. You're over."
She asked if she got an abortion.
Yeah.
Would he get back with her?
He said, "Nah, bitch, you already made that mistake. The mistake was done. I love you." And she said, "But when this is the kicker, because a bitch will throw a bomb. She'll throw a grenade before it's over. The last Hail Mary. His foot was out the door. She said, 'I love you.' And that nigga turned around and said, 'Bitch, you ain't love me. If you love me, you wouldn't do that shit.' And he said, 'Bye, bitch.' And that was over. Now, the question that I have for the table, and I'll start it off. If you was in that situation, would you have done similar or worse or what? Now, I don't know if I had the balls to let it go that long, 3 days to discover this shit. I probably would have flipped the bitch out and probably, I don't know, if she was in front of some stairs, I'd probably kick her down the stairs. But I don't know. I just don't know. Like that shit. Like you don't know when you're in that situation, bro.
So hey look. So we got 43 people. How many people getting 43 people in the chat? Y'all tell us what y'all do. We go get into the game, and I promise we go get into the gaming. But tell us what y'all would do in this situation. What's going on? What's going on, Miss Lady? What's happening? How you doing today?
I'm well. How are you guys? Good to see you.
All right. So now you're a young lady, please. I will. Before I get into my long stories, because my life, I told me and Nick has talked several times. I'm gonna write a book and it's gonna be a bestseller one day, and everybody go think it's fiction, and I'm gonna sit back and collect on a bunch of true life stories. So I got a story for you, but go ahead.
As far as patience is concerned, for that kind of stuff, I like to be 100% sure before I go off the handles or do anything of that nature, because I don't want to be the fool with the foot in my mouth, to be honest. So I double check and triple check. Yeah.
So wait a minute. You're the lady, right? So in this situation, be honest. No one, it's just us friends here. Okay. Would you, if you was in that situation, would you just be like, you know what? Shit. He don't need to know.
No, I couldn't live with that. What if the baby comes out completely looking different than him?
Maybe you have a particular type, and all of them look the same. I just want to know if girls can be so conniving.
They can.
Hey, you ready for my story?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, hey, first off, everybody that's in the chat, man, throw a thumbs up, man, to the show, man. Appreciate y'all joining in. What's up, 007 Elmo, man? Appreciate it, man. I hope you don't sell that, man. That thing is dope. Don't sell it. It's a classic.
Sometimes you regret when you do stuff.
That's gonna be a regret moment, bro. I'm telling you now.
Because I don't know if that one's coming back.
It ain't. The IP is gone. They don't have the IP anymore, so you're not getting it back. So unless you buy it from somebody else, I'm just letting you know. But hey, let me tell y'all. So in my young life, I fell for a young lady. It was good. I was like, a senior in high school. I was going into my freshman year in college. Thought I was gonna be pro. I was like, the hot shit football player, all this good shit, right? So, been with this young lady. I couldn't wait. I to the point where I was with her so much, man. I couldn't wait to get home to see her all the time, all that type of shit. So, young stud. I wasn't strapping up like I needed to. I was out there banging out the brains. I mean, every time I could put my finger on the trigger, but I was pulling the trigger. I'm just letting you know, I was pulling the trigger. Pow, 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 banging. So. Of course, guess what I get? I get a phone call. Hey, just want to let you know it's going down. You're going to be a poppy. I'm like, shit. Okay. So, Shawty had a girlfriend, her homegirl. Me and her homegirl did not like each other. We was not cool. Was not cool at all. We respected each other because we had mutual friendship in her, but we ain't really like each other. So one day while I was over there, the homegirl left a little note on my car. You gotta remember, this is back in the day. We had flip phones.
There was no texting.
It wasn't no texting. You had a beeper.
Would send
it was like we had the two-way pagers, maybe at the most, right? So
in your time, it was probably like a pigeon, right? Like a pigeon. You tied it to the pigeon and the pigeon.
Yeah. It's all good. I'm not gonna get on you, Mr. Dyed All Black. You know what I'm saying?
Look! I got gray up in the bottom, bro. I got gray in the bottom.
You got the grow out. I got you. I got the new growth. I see you. But so her friend called me, man. She was like dead serious. She's like, look, Mike, I know we got our differences and we not cool all the time. She's like, but yo, you a good dude. So I just want to go in there and kick this out for you, yo. She's like, yo, if that baby, she's like, you might not want to let everybody know. She said, because it's about a 50 or about a 33 or 60% chance.
That's a white baby?
This baby might be a little Puerto Rican on you. She's like, so the baby's Puerto Rican. You gonna know something. Just saying. I was like,
that baby come up undercooked.
I was like,
that ain't your baby.
Yo, but the crazy thing is, I literally in real life, straight up, I probably in my whole life, since that day, I only talked to that chick once, and she was so serious.
The girl or the friend?
The friend, the baby mama friend was so serious. She's like, yo, you and to this day, you know what I'm saying? She's like, yo, you might not want to get all excited about telling everybody, you got a baby on the way, because I don't want you to be all disappointed. She's like, yo, you can, and she told me some real shit. She was like, yo, you can make it up on the back end if it's for you. But if you go out there and you tell everybody you got a baby coming and it ain't yours, you gonna look like a sucker. I was like, yo, so I just like,
that is the true MVP, that girl.
Yeah. Yo, she was real.
Her name was
Takia. Big shout out to Takia. Takia, you still a winner. You still a winner, Takia.
I had a friend who was a girl that I was messing with, and her friend did something similar like that. She's like, look, don't fall for the glitz and the glam, because at the end of the day, she a hoe. And so
they was all trying to hit you with the okie doke.
And yeah. you just never know.
I hear you, Dudes Arcade. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah. It be the one that is, because what happened is when she found out I got hurt, man, I was playing ball. She found out I got hurt. She was like, oh, that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing that. And blah, 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 blah. So she was just trying to use me for a ticket anyway.
So it'd be like that sometimes. Well, with that being said, let's go to the next video. This video is a kind of a short one and kind of a similar thing. I personally, the question that I have for you guys is if this real or if it's not, because sometimes I just don't know. And so this is supposed to be a newscaster, a meteorologist talking about the weather. So we're gonna press play.
Hurricane Helene is set to make landfall tonight in Florida and the Tampa area. And guys, it's not looking good. 105-mile-per-hour winds. And look at the name of the hurricane, Helene. Coincidentally, that's my ex-wife's name. Our divorce was finalized this week, and if this thing is anything like her, it's going to take your car, it's going to take your house, it's going to ruin your damn life. All right, probably blow the neighbors too, but I digress. But anyway, guys, I'm sorry to put my air out on the air, but it's been a rough week. And guess what? If you're in this area right here, the Tampa area, you're going to have a rough week as well. Okay, and by the way, another coincidence, her mom and dad, Helene's mom and dad are from Tampa. So, hey, John, Marge, you're going to feel it too. You're going to feel the wrath of Helene like I have for the past 4 years. It's going to be aggressive. And you know what? Maybe, just maybe, if we're lucky, this thing is going to catch some of the illegals that the Biden-Harris administration let in and fling these Mexicans back into Mexico, right? You want to talk about deportation? That'd be the best way to do it. And look at this. Guys, this is not good, all right? Tampa. Why the hell are you living in Tampa anyway? Let's be honest. Who wakes up and goes, you know, honey, let's move to Tampa? Helene's mom and dad, that's who. And it's coming, guys. So this thing's going to be aggressive. By the way, I've never even seen purple before. Have we ever seen purple on the show? This is not good. And what the hell is that? What is, this can't be good. You know what that looks like? That right there? That looks like Satan's butthole. And there he is. And if you live there,
this is what
you're going to feel the wrath. Just like how I felt the wrath.
They wouldn't put that on the air.
So Robert, Mark, thank you guys so much for raising a daughter that ruined my life. If you're in Tampa, get the hell out. I'm done.
Yo, that was dope.
I was laughing when I saw that. I thought that was laughing.
That was dope. That was
okay.
Dope. That was dope.
So this one you're not gonna believe. This is a true
what's
story.
What's up, console fanboy? Console, what's happening, boy? Salute. Hold up. Before you go, hey, what do you got in your cup down there, Miss Lady? Ain't she supposed to be at the top? Then we agreed that she was gonna stay up top.
Then you get pushed to the bottom.
That's fine. You're
the bottom.
Solo there.
So what happened was,
hey, sit your ass down. We're not getting paid yet.
Listen.
She got to get some drinks.
Exactly. You want me dry? You want me wet?
Okay. This is relaxed.
Beautiful one. If you watching this show, I didn't have nothing to do with that. It was not free stage. I promise on everything.
So we're gonna bring this one up first while we're here. While you're getting your beverage.
Let's go.
Yeah, just this speaks for itself. She caught her man cheating, and this is what happens.
what is going on?
What the fuck is this? You cheat on me with a fucking man? What the fuck? How the fuck?
What the?
She just threw the fucking radio in the fucking water, bro. And that is called a mugshot. And yeah, she's being charged for double homicide.
No, holy shit.
This is real. 0 to yes, that's fucking real. That's fucking real. And that went to 0 to 100 and 0.2 miles an hour. That was faster than a fucking Porsche.
Fucking man? What the fuck? How the fuck?
You see his ass zip? That nigga got it caught right there. Yeah. So yeah, bro.
Oh shit.
That happened.
Oh my god. Oh god.
That happened. That was very real. Welcome to Die. That was very real. And so this is the last one we're gonna go to, and then we're gonna start.
I'm about like toxic. I don't think we can take no more, bro. Oh my god.
This one is I think it's fake, but it's fucking funny as shit. And so I have to air it. Imagine you at home, or you're not at home, you're at work, and you're waiting for a package. You got yourself a ring cam, and you see this. Are you gonna be this smooth?
That's why you fat. Look at you, greedy. No, you can have it. You can have it. You got it, brother. You thought it was some snacks in there? Look at you. You can go ahead and take it. It's a big box for a big back. Come on and get it. I know you need it.
I think I was confused, bro.
Oh, I think you hungry. And people act abnormal when they hungry. You seen the Snickers commercial.
Oh man.
Come on and get you his little box.
Did he just hit us with the Cleveland?
Don't try to run either. I don't want you to have an asthma attack on my porch.
You have an asthma attack on his porch?
Get the box. I know times is hard.
I don't live too far.
I know you ain't walking far. I know you ain't walking far.
You ain't walking far.
Go ahead and get it. Big back, big back. You too big to be a thief. Come on. Come on and get it. At this point, I just want you to get the steps in.
Oh, he said at this point, I just want you to get the steps in
there.
That's horrible, bro.
Yo, imagine you the thief and you getting burnt like that, bro.
Bro, that's fake, bro. That's fake.
It has to be, right? It has to be. Because he was prepared with the jokes.
Yo,
he was
bro,
prepared. He was prepared with the
That's
jokes.
fake. That's fake news, bro. I'm not playing it. Because you want me to tell you why? You still in my shit. Don't give a fuck how fat you is. I'm coming to kick your ass.
Probably, but
ain't no probably, and I'm telling you, bro. Hey, you know where I stay, bro. You know I stay in the hood. If I got how many cameras I got on my house when you came to my house?
Oh, enough.
Hey, bro, I'm not playing them games, bro. You come out here, hey man, I like good stuff. I like expensive things. You take my shit, you gonna feel it.
Hello.
I agree. And this is gonna be the new shirt I'm getting. I'm getting this shirt.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a young lady make it for me with their.
What is it? What is it? What's the shirt?
Said I'm too old to fight. I'll just fuck your moms. See you at breakfast, sport.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I like that. That's a winner.
Woo!
Right, so what you get? What kind of toxicology did you whip up over there? What type of toxicology did you whip up?
Some California wine.
California wine.
Hold on, you did all that and you poured up a glass of wine?
That's what you got. Why you?
I thought you did all that. I thought you was mixing up like you was getting ready to shake it up. You was moving around a lot.
Okay. So with that being said, let's start it off with the big news. Arcade1Up a couple of days ago, approximately a week ago, they came and said, you know what? We got some big news. It's been 6 years, and we're coming out with some heat. That's what they said.
That's what they said.
That's what they said. But we didn't know what it was.
Okay.
Mind you, in the weeks before, we got a little thing that there's a post of a claw machine that is possibly coming out. Then we had a Pac-Man cabaret coming out. Mm-hmm. Then we had some little little Arcade1Up countercades. So
yeah, they came out with some new countercades. I saw that.
It looks like the news was about the claw machine, and so they came out with a scissor reel. Let's go ahead and play the scissor reel.
What's up, TM? What's happening? What's happening?
What we're talking about, okay?
Hold on. What's up, Buck? We wine is sexy. I got you, but she just spent 30 minutes getting it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so let's bring this up so you can see this nice and big. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna press play so you can see.
Let's see.
The claw machine. So if you see how small that joystick is, it looks kind of fragile, and the panel's a little shaken. Okay, let's go ahead, keep on playing. Okay, all right. 12 capsules. You can put whatever you want in there. They don't give you none. So okay. So let's read the specifications. One of the things here that is important.
Hold on. So replay that. Steph just asked a question. I want to see this. So play it again. I got to see this. Replay it, please.
Okay, hold on, because I gotta press it.
I'm just saying because that was a good question to ask.
What was the question?
she was like, "Did you see her all hunched over?" I didn't really pay attention to it.
Well, she's.
I mean, because you usually bend down for a claw machine.
Yeah.
Like focus.
Look how wiggly that shit is.
Oh, that shit is moving all over the place.
Yeah. So, again, let me bring up the specifications because this is important. So it says here that it stands 61 inches tall. So that's the average height of Arcade1Up. But again, that is not you're buying this because you want a claw machine. This is, from what looks like, it looks good. But the more important thing is that this motherfucker only picks up 200 grams. And if you transfer that over, that's about 7 ounces. 7 ounces can't pick up shit. 7 ounces is like it can't even. I think a Snickers bar, maybe light candy, maybe.
What's up? Welcome to Dive. What's happening, bro?
You're not picking up a fucking Funko Pop. You're not.
How much is it gonna be?
It's $500.
Oh, I mean, well, hey, welcome to Dive. I'm gonna let you know something. I don't know if you got an arcade in your house or not, bro, but you can't buy no claw machine for $500, bro. If you do, it's gonna be broke as fuck.
You could buy a used one.
It's gonna be broke, bro. You can't buy a working claw machine for $500.
He said that's half a pound. Like and then so it's
for whatever reason, claw machines are really expensive
because it's mechanical parts, right? And that's also a thing. Like I remember when John D was talking about this because they've been talking about this for a minute, right? He said you can find. Step says you can find one for $650.
I mean, every blue moon, you can find one, but you probably got to do some work. I'm just telling you, like the average good working claw machine, they cost.
P-Dubs showed a couple of ones that you can get. That there's a commercial one that goes on the tabletop that was around $600, and there was a skinny one that was like that was commercial grade, somewhat. And that was around $600. So a little bit more money, you can get a little more bang for your buck. And for this kind of price, you would want it to at least pick up a pound, I think.
Hey man, so see the thing is that we're missing the whole point, and this is what we talked about before, right? Is that so I think that it sucks, but it's a winner because this is where Arcade1Up has to go. They have to go outside of the IP venture. We talked about that. It doesn't make a difference. This bitch can't pick up a feather as long as people buy it because they don't have to pay nobody else to make it.
But look at the return rate that this is gonna get. You're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna buy this bitch.
I don't think so.
Description and
it don't make a difference.
And fuck up the motor.
It ain't coming back. It ain't coming back to Arcade1Up though. It's only going back to the store. The return rate going to Walmart. The return rate is going to Best Buy.
But that's what happened last time when they got those large returns. People stopped buying the shit. They were like, "Listen, if we get all these returns, either you have to do the buyback, which they're gonna have to, or Walmart and these other places are gonna be like, fuck no, I'm not buying your shit no more." And the next order they're not gonna get.
So I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm on my Facebook Marketplace local. I'm looking at claw machines. 1,100, 1,000, 1,300, 1,500, 1,500. I see one for $450, but it's up there by you. It's in Charlotte. It's not even in Atlanta. 1,500, 1,300, 1,200. I mean 2,700, 1,500. 300, and that one's in Macon, but Macon don't have nobody. So I mean, like you could probably pick that up. I see one for 500, two for 500, but those are rare. Well, all I'm saying is, bro, most people don't have claw machines. The people that go buy it don't care. Nobody's gonna use it. How many times have we been to what's his name's house, man, and we ain't never used it?
But we're not that audience, and you gotta remember, I think people want this. I think people want this, but they're gonna want something that's gonna work. And they're
not gonna use it.
I don't want a claw machine that's not gonna work. I'm not spending money, and then claw machines are not.
Were you talking about people who buy stuff? They're gonna get this for their kids, and if it doesn't work,
they gonna use this shit for 5-10 minutes. It's gonna be a whole hot weekend, and they ain't gonna never use it again.
It's not a real machine.
I used to have one of those joints. I used to have one of those joints. My godmother bought me a bubblegum machine. It was the greatest thing I had in my bedroom. I would get every 3 months or so, she would buy me a bunch of bubblegum to put in it. And guess what? I didn't even like bubblegum. It was just my friends that ate this shit. And I got paid.
This is a thing that I think that the audience is starting to turn against Arcade1Up. This is in the Arcade1Up group. And I'm surprised that they didn't take this down yet. But this is one of the things that they're promoting. So
they're going old school. Except the claw machine is like plastic instead of metal,
But they don't. But you guys got to realize is they don't have to pay for it. It's a whole cash grab. If the cheaper they can produce it, as long as it works a little bit, as long as they can pick up that ball that they put in it, it's a cash grab. They're not having to pay Capcom. They're not having to pay anybody for an IP. They're not having to pay anybody for it. All they got to do is make it and sell it, and every single dollar outside of what they spent to make it is theirs.
Well, Welcome to Die said that they should do this, the sticker machine. Just do the sticker, right? And we're good to go. You do this, put Arcade1Up temporary stickers, things like that. Hey, who knows? Who knows what they could do?
I mean, that's an accessory, but that can't be all. That can't be just it.
So for everybody that's saying this stuff, it's cool that you're saying it. And Welcome to Die, I love you, bro. I love a Toxin, you my dude. Everybody that's here, I love y'all. Y'all my dudes. But this shit costs. When you go to buy some of this stuff, you go online and you look in your Facebook Marketplace, this stuff that y'all laughing about and y'all saying that they should be comparing this stuff to, it ain't cheap, bro.
Well, we understand that, but I'm saying at least if you're paying $500, I just think that it shouldn't cost that much more to make.
There you go. So, but we got it. Starburst, Skittles, and jewelry. Hey, baby, look, if you come to my house, I got an in-house arcade. I'm gonna need you to get that Magnum, baby. As soon as you get that Magnum, it's on. It'll pick that bitch up.
Now look, this is the second thing that probably could have been the big news, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe they meant this. Maybe they meant this, right?
Let's see.
Maybe we saw the 100th edition of a Pac-Man, which this one is the Pac-Man Plus Deluxe. Maybe that's what they wanted to get us hyped for. The 1000th rehash of Pac-Man. And I was talking to Welcome to Die, and I was talking to other people in the community. Okay. You know what? I wouldn't be mad. I understand Pac-Man pays the bill, but we need to turn the page, right? What if they gave us Pac-Man Battle Royale?
I got you. But check this out. That Pac-Man that you just put out there, right? If you take those goofy-ass graphics off the middle and at the bottom, what do you have? You have one of the original series of Pac-Mans. You have the Barcade Pac-Man, right? You have the original Barcade Pac-Man, the wood edition Barcade Pac-Man, the 3/4, the one that was actually for sale. So it looks more, that Pac-Man right there looks more like the first edition Pac-Man that was out there than any Pac-Man they ever released.
Toxin says something, and I agree with this. Just do Pac-Man XL or Miss Pac-Man XL, preferably.
Hey, class of 81.
Give me an XL of that. I'll get that.
Class of 81. What else do you need? They're never going to make another Miss Pac-Man in XL because they can't stop selling that bitch. That bitch still sells. It sells right now. It has never went on sale. Never.
But I mean, listen, I understand that Pac-Man sells, but we gotta turn the page. It's kind of like the Street Fighter. Like, I know Street Fighter sells. I know it. But we can only get so much Street Fighter unless you add other games to it.
Hold up, y'all say y'all want Alpha, right? Y'all pay.
I'll pay for Alpha.
Y'all pay $999 for Alpha.
Nah.
Hey, man. That's what they said. They gonna pay $999.
No one said
for
that.
Alpha.
Stop putting words in people's mouth.
Everybody's waiting for Alpha. Everybody's waiting for Street Fighter Alpha. $999. XL, come get it. With halfway good joysticks.
No.
And no online play.
No, nobody wants that. Everybody wants something at a good price. Look, TM said he said Alpha XL would be sick. Come on.
I didn't say it wouldn't. I'm just saying that's what everybody waiting on. I'm not saying that. I would get it.
KFB says, I pray that everybody's clause breaks down within a few days of usage. That's what's gonna happen. Battle Royale, that's the thing. We need I think that's the move. Like, we have to turn the page.
How many people actually play Battle Royale though? If you wasn't at the arcade.
Everybody's played it there because you don't have where else you playing that bitch.
I mean, I'm just saying they had a couple of ROMs that came out for Battle Royale online, but nobody
what
played.
I'm saying is, like, but people and that's something that the youth are playing because that's in fucking Dave and Buster's and shit like that.
Hold on, wasn't all the Battle Royales, weren't they like the tabletops, like the cafes or whatever the things are?
That's what they are.
Yeah, so
I mean, they already got the form factor.
Yeah,
all you gotta do is give us the game.
So basically, the Pong, you can even take the Pong and make it basically put some cup holders in there and
what we're doing right now is all you have to do is the most recent pub table that they came out with, the class of '81 pub table. Put that shit, put 4 joysticks on there and call it a fucking day.
Oh yeah, I mean, I like that. I think that table's hot. I asked Beautiful when she wanted. She didn't say shit. Hold on, we over talking you. You're not talking. We got to get you. I'm a little lit, so go ahead.
So y'all going in.
Listen, let me give you a little bit of rundown. This is like the 10th version of Pac-Man. We've gotten Pac-Man up. Like every year, at least 2 or 3 Pac-Mans come out. So this is year 6. So you can just imagine how many Pac-Mans we got. We already got 2 Pac-Mans this year.
You know what the craziest thing though? I still have Pac-Man number 1.
What I was going to say is Pac-Man is an original. Like, this is what put.
That's probably the biggest IP and their number 1 seller. To be honest with you,
it's what put arcade machines on the map. So
yeah,
it's kind of like giving it its props. You know, you can't just knock it.
No,
so let me tell you. So let me tell you.
You gotta change it.
Check this out. So let me tell you how important Pac-Man is to Arcade1Up as an IP. You got to remember, you remember when me and Matt Dash was doing all of the mod videos, right? I took my Pac-Man. I bought about 5 or 6 other Gen 1, Gen 2 Pac-Mans. I was building them shits out and selling them. I took my Pac-Man, which I made I got a complete custom deck for with trackball, light up buttons, a damn Raspberry Pi. I got everything at the house, complete custom graphics. Everything is downstairs in my basement. I took all that shit and threw it away and put it to the side and converted my Pac-Man back to the original because you'll never get it again. That's it. Number 1, Pac-Man. My Pac-Man is now Pac-Man, and I won't ever change it again. I won't change it to anything else. So if anybody want a custom Pac-Man deck, let me know. I got one.
Listen, I'm Pac-Man out. Listen. I got a countercade. I have a partycade. I have a fucking class of '81 deluxe. I'm Pac-Man out. I've had the cocktail cabinet.
But you know,
they're all Miss Pac-Man too.
But you know what the cool thing about it is? Let's keep it real. You get all these arcade machines, right? And you put them in a space. What is the one machine that everybody gravitates to, though?
Oh, Pac-Man. Well, listen, that's the most played. Like, you go to any arcade, right? They're gonna have a Pac-Man, regardless of like how old. Like, you know, even if it's a modern arcade, they have the Pac-Man.
Oh, now that would be dope. A baby Pac, but shit, that shit didn't work when they made it the first time. Steps. How they gonna make it work now? That shit. I mean, as much as people collect them,
they would have to make it digital, straight digital, And if you did it digital, you avoid the issues that you get with it.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's straight trash. Everybody's up. You remember when I was trying to buy one that time?
Everyone was broken.
Everybody who had one, that shit was trash. I could not get one. And this is the problem. When you call people and ask them, like, you know, who's gonna work on it and get parts, people like, yo, you ain't gonna be able to fix that shit. You can't fix it. So I was like, I didn't even want it. I was like, you keep that shit. They're expensive and they don't work.
Digital baby pack. Listen, I would even though it's hard to replicate.
I would buy that. I don't know how they would do it, but I would buy it.
I think that one's worth it because again, you turn in the page, you're giving me something new. I'm tired of the fucking rehash over and over and over and over and over.
I like that. The baby pack. Hey, you guys got one on that one. You win. Hey, look, hands down. I got one last week. Y'all get one this week. Baby pack will be a definite winner because it's a dope game. It mixes pinball and arcade together. I mean, you can't beat that. That's awesome.
I mean, you can
TM, I am not on anything. I'm just a happy guy.
You can make a new version.
Huh?
What?
Make a new version of
baby pack.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just when something is so good, you don't fuck with the original.
I don't.
So you can recreate it.
I'm scared of that one. I mean, because the baby pack is so elusive. You got to remember that for most people, they never ever touch one, right? They hear about it, they see about it on TV. There's so few of them on the planet that you never touch. Just like how we was playing those Star Wars Strike Back, the digital 3D ones, just like the baby pack, right? How many people actually ever touch them? They only made like 2,500 for the whole world. You know what I'm saying? So like, in most of them, a lot of them were destroyed. So you don't get a chance to see them, and then when you get a chance to play them, you understand how exclusive it is. So it's one of those things that when you touch it, you appreciate it because it's not something you can go in every arcade to play. You know, you got maybe one in 100 arcades to have them. I went to what's it called, Galloping Ghost, and theirs never works.
Well, I mean, every time we go to Seven Fried Gaming, one or two are there, and one
they never
work. Working from the beginning, and by that same day, they're already down.
Day one, because they're so fragile. By the end of day one, they're always out of commission, and they're never for sale.
Yeah, if they're good, they're not for sale. Like, I mean, I know Retro Ralph, friend of the channel, he had one and he put in a lot of work to restore it, and like he was hunting down pieces, and it took him a while to get
one
up and running.
When I looked at mine, I think the guy was gonna sell it to me for like $4,000 because he was kind of hard up. But when I started looking at like all the stuff that it needed, and I started talking to Stringer and some of these other people, and I was talking to Nick and some of these other people out there about parts and stuff, you can't get parts. Like, literally, there are auctions for the parts for that shit. Yeah, there are auctions just for the parts. There are no recreations.
So just to let you know, if you do see it on a Facebook Marketplace, you might want to just scoop that up. Just scoop that up because that is a cash cow. You're gonna make some. You're gonna get your money back.
But if Arcade1 can find a way to make that, if they could get the IP for that, for baby pack,
I think it's under the same IP. Like,
I don't know though.
What they would have to do is a lot of research and development because they have to make that into a digital version.
So you remember when they started doing the bowling thing, right? The strikes bowling, and it got too hard, and it was like they wasn't gonna do it. They was like, "Yo, we don't do the pin, we don't want to do the pins, and we don't want to do this and all this other shit." Well, imagine making the R&D that would come and trying to make a baby pack.
If they went with this claw machine, I think they're looking for other ways, like because again, shuffleboard or pin, that pinball on
ski ball. Make a ski ball. I'll buy it. I'm telling you. Make a hat.
I'll buy it. Now, you know what? I might do if I ever
air hockey's everywhere. You don't want air hockey. Air hockey's at Walmart all day, bro. At Black Friday, you don't want air hockey.
That's a possibility, or they could be cheap and go with Magic. What's the one that At Games uses?
What?
Their pinball. They have another. There's another one that Zakaria.
Okay. Zakaria pinball tables.
Yeah, But what's the company, the subsidiary that they use? I forgot what it's called. I think it's Magic something, and they could possibly recreate it. They're not the best at it, but
I agree. Skee ball is awesome. So Nick talked bad about skee ball, but check this shit out. I'm gonna give you one. Whenever we go to Stringer's house, guess who is up in front of the skee ball machine?
Not me.
Man, stop playing, bro.
I ain't never touched that bitch.
You be capping. You are a capper. You capping. I'm telling y'all right now.
Nah, if you were telling me,
you capping. Daytona USA. Daytona USA.
Daytona. The
Mortal Kombat. Golden Tee.
Golden Tee. I play that.
Hey, skee ball.
Nah, I ain't never touched that bitch.
He did, man. Y'all. He capping. He capping. I'm calling it out, capper.
There's this place in New York called Sports Time USA, and I used to be the skee ball, even in Coney Island, the skee ball queen, always getting the right in. You know,
yeah, that's you know why? Because she would cheat. Like, you know how you could go to the side and put the ball in the side?
You used to be one of them ball droppers.
Don't listen to that man.
Used to be one of them ball droppers.
I got evidence. I got photo evidence.
Listen, stop playing, because the one thing he did have was hoops. He did have hoops.
He could shoot. He pop it up.
He could shoot.
I mean, he got a center of gravity. I believe that. You know, he can probably do that. I don't know. He ain't popping.
Sir, I'm 5'10", brother. You acting like I'm a midget.
I mean, you know, you kind of short to me though, bro.
I'm fucking 5'10", brother.
You ain't sick.
OTG's like 5'2".
I'm about to say both of y'all was some midgets when I put y'all in my truck, bro. I ain't know. I thought I was got the Oompa Loompas.
My feet was not dangling, bro. All right, my feet touched the ground.
Hello. When they got in my truck, they were the lollipop kids.
5'10", brother. Just because you are Andre the Giant, motherfucker. All right.
Hey man, I still love y'all, brother.
Now, what do you mean? What do I like? Buck Week.
Let's see what Buck we talking about. It says, never asked a lady what she like. I mean, what do you like? Hold on. So we talking about since this is a gaming channel, let's keep it gaming. What do you like?
As far as my arcade machines are concerned, I like Street Fighter, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Donkey Kong Country. That's the one where he's jumping over the barrels and going.
That's not an arcade machine, but we're gonna let it ride.
It does. It's what? I've seen it before, but anyway,
you ain't never seen that because it ain't an arcade game. But you probably seen Donkey Kong.
Hell yeah, Buck, we short as shit. Hey, I got. Where was you at? I needed you to be around when I was trying to get rid of that damn Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 4-player I had. You remember I had that shit? I ain't never played that shit.
You didn't take it?
No, I had it. I had it. I pretty much gave it away.
I'm surprised UAG did not take it. He
didn't want it.
I don't have space for that shit. That shit takes a mad space.
Yo, I had to get rid of that shit, man. That shit was. I had that, and I had that damn Simpsons. You remember when we was catching those Simpsons for like $200? Man,
I had the Simpsons for about a month, then I returned that base to Walmart, baby.
That shit sucked.
Thank you for the review.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle arcade is on the Xbox, so I get to play it on my controller on my Xbox. So I still get to use it. That's cool.
So you doing the what you doing, the revenge, Shredder's Revenge, or what are you playing?
I think it's Shredder's Revenge, correct.
Okay. So with that being said, Arcade1Up, just the last question did they oversell the hype of this? Are we being bamboozled? Because I think at this point they need someone better in their marketing, because that
hell yeah. Hey, hold up. Console, I'm gonna say this. I don't usually talk bad about. Have you ever heard me? Only game I've ever talked bad about was Barris, because games are games. Everybody has a game. That shit sucked. I got this shit for like $200 some, man, brand new at Walmart. I got like 2 of them. You remember when I went and bought all them shits? They had a bunch of them, and I was selling them. And I put that one in my damn arcade. That shit was trash. I didn't even want to play it.
I liked it, but it wasn't enough for the amount of money that I paid for it. It wasn't. It
had what was it? 2 games, and the bowling
didn't work.
The bowling didn't work. The bowling didn't even work well. If somebody was to come out with a really, really good bowling game, I still think they need to do, like you said, they need to do the sports game where you have golden tee, bowling, and maybe track and field, something crazy, right? That people are used to playing in bars. If they came out with that, man, that would be a killer. That would be a killer.
Real quick, I gotta give a shout out to Welcome to Die. He's given, listen, $1 million idea he's given to Arcade1Up. Do the arm wrestling machine. Do the arm wrestling machine. That will work perfect. Trust me. I'm just joking.
What? Yeah. Are you kidding me? Welcome to Die, man. That shit suck, bro. Because I mean, once you got your pattern, it don't make a difference who you played. What?
The problem I think was that it wasn't online. You can only play that, but so many times.
Bro. But the ball, even the track ball they put in it wasn't it. Because remember, it had that little miniature ass track ball.
I think it was all right.
Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. That shit was like a big ass pearl, bro.
That was the joke, bro. That was the joke. It would break. It would break day one.
You joking with my money, huh?
Oh yeah. It's not my money. I wouldn't spend it. With that being said, let's turn the page. And Nintendo is doing Nintendo things.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. You remember not a few months ago they locked down. I forgot what was the name of the company? Yuzu. They got rid of Yuzu.
Oh, yeah.
Shut down the shop, said we're closed up. We're not doing that anymore.
Messed up my Steam Deck. My Steam Deck was perfect. I messed around and did an update on my Steam Deck, and that shit ain't worked since. I mean, I ain't went back and I know y'all are saying it's an update. Don't beat me up. All 43. Don't beat me up. I know it's an update, but when they killed Yuzu, they killed my Steam Deck, bro. I was like, damn.
Wah. That's what they say. Well, they're at it again. The last Mohegan, the last man standing, Ryu.
Oh, they got Ryu.
Ryu Jinx is over. Ryu Jinx is over. These motherfuckers even put up a fight. They said, yo, someone over there at Nintendo was like, yo, just want to let you know, we got the ninjas out here, and it's gonna cost you a lot of money to keep on operating. So you might want to close up shop. It's like, oh, you ain't got to tell us twice. We're gonna close that shit out tonight.
No. This is the real deal. So let's keep it 100. So let's keep it 100. This is what's really happening, and they don't want to put this shit out there. So for Ryu Jinx and what was the other Yuzu, what they did was they took those developers, they made them stop. They paid them an ungodly amount of money, and they got them on the home team, bro. They was like, yo, you guys are coders. You guys are reading how to do this emulation. The emulation that they're, because think about it. This, and I need you guys to get big brain. This goes back to when I was doing my PC shit. So for Toxin and all you guys, I need you to understand this. They need to get those guys on their team. For Nintendo to come out with a 4K or the next Switch.
Yo.
And listen, for the next Switch, they have to be able to get those people that think outside of their normal box about how they package some of this software, how they send those packets over to whatever it is they're doing. So now you got a situation where Nintendo can take those developers, those guys that were taking those emulation, and they can package that stuff to put onto the next Switch. You know what I'm saying? So that they can play the older games, and they can play them right, and it won't interfere with whatever software they're coming out with, because they can just say they can package that as a library directly for that, and you can just and then we have like subcategory libraries for that, and that's it. So they're doing the right thing by taking those guys, saying stop, we'll pay you, come over, and we'll do that.
So
I'm telling
Console
you, bro.
Fanboy says a thing. Emulators by itself is not illegal. You're right. However, when you're advertising a game that hasn't even come out yet, saying, yo, our emulator already got this up and running, that's when you got fucked. That's when Ryu Jinx got fucked. Because they said, oh, you know that new game that's coming out? We got it running on our shit already.
Like, they did that. They did that with Breath of the Wild. That's what fucked everybody up.
They said, oh, that's what you want to do? The ninjas came after you, and it's over.
You got to remember, they had Breath of the Wild before it ever came out. They had Breath of the Wild out, and they was working on it a week before it was even sold in the stores.
And that's how they got fucked, because they told that to the judge, like, nigga, they're in our pockets. You know how much money we put in development and stuff like that?
Oh, they said they lost somewhere around like $50 million, $100 million. Easy.
Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that's gonna double dip. Some people downloaded that game, like, you know, I bet you probably one of them. You probably downloaded that game and still bought that game. A lot of people do that.
No, I didn't like this shit. So I never liked. I like the old Zelda. Like the old Nintendo Zelda.
Oh yeah, I like the old Zelda.
Everything that's came out, like the newer stuff, I didn't like it.
There's a new one that just came out, and you might like that one because that's like a over the top, like the old Zelda, like the gold cartridge Zelda.
Yeah, I like Zelda.
I don't buy it when they say they lost money because someone pirated the game, wasn't gonna pay for it anyway. There's a lot of people who would have, man. But you know, you're right.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. So let me fix that, Toxin. I don't agree with you because I got the Sonic Frontiers offline. I'm just keep it 100. Everybody who know me know I go out there and I sample some code quick, right? I rewrite some stuff. Me and you, we talk about this, right? We've talked about this in the past, so there's nothing new. I had Sonic Frontiers. I didn't like the emulation, but I liked the game enough to say, hey, when Beautiful One wanted it, and we was having some hiccups with some of the emulation, I went and bought her the actual game. So I played it. We liked it. We agreed that it was worth the money. We paid for it. We got Sonic Frontiers.
What I think was happening right now, and you kind of alluded to that, MGK, is that the new system's coming out now, and they're trying to set the groundwork for the new system. Beautiful One, I see her in the background. So I think it really is that they're trying to lay the groundwork for the future and saying, hey, we don't want these cats thinking that it's okay to jump into Nintendo sandbox. Let's get people to be scared to even think about doing it, because the new system's out probably like the first quarter of next year, and I think that's what they're doing.
The new systems ain't gonna come out next year. The only now the
Nintendo is, and that's what I think.
The Nintendo is. That's the only one that's gonna come out. But I'm just telling you. So think about it. Think about what you just said. They just got I'm twisted. You know, they just got the developer, right? The cracker, right? So if they got everybody who is already writing on their emulation, right? Ryu Jinx, right? And they got Ryu Jinx and they got the other one, right?
Yeah.
What they're solidifying the fact that the two biggest players in the market that can hack their shit before it comes out are under wraps now. I promise you, if you guys don't believe me, man, you can do everything about it. I promise you, everybody that's major on their team, from all the guys, everybody all of us that were writing code back for.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, for XBMC, all the guys that back in the day, there was like myself that was writing code for XBMC. I'm telling you, they when they tell you to get on board, you get on board because it saves you. It saves you. you all. They put out this big statement. Oh, we got these guys. You know what I'm saying? They're hackers. They're whatever. You see all this crazy stuff about this court stuff. I'm telling you, that's not how it goes. When we was doing that stuff, they brought us on board. They say, hey, look, we were developing this thing. You know, it's code share. We're gonna do this stuff. It's gonna be XBMC. It ended up being Plex, and ended up being all this data share stuff. They ended up spinning off a whole other companies from it. And I'm telling you, that was Microsoft. And I'm telling you, that was us back in the early 2000s and late 90s. So I'm telling you, I was there. I've seen this happen before. So all they're doing is putting their money where their chips lie. They know that if they don't get these people on board and they don't get them on the team, they're gonna lose. Because these people don't have anything else to do but fuck them. Why else would they do it? And a lot of these companies, the Ryujinx and all these other people, they put this stuff out there just so they can get on board. That's a guaranteed check. You're not paying for Ryujinx. It was free.
It was free. Only thing you would pay for, like, Patreon to get special support, get games early, things like that, because a lot of people didn't get.
But how many people? It was pirated shit. So how many people actually paid for it?
Not a lot. But that's how Nintendo flipped it. Like, listen, they got people paying for help. That's how they got the other company, Yuzu, and yeah. Now, so Nintendo's doing Nintendo things. Another eliminator is down. What do you guys think about it? Let us know in the comment section.
Do not update your Steam Deck.
Did you see KFB? He said I just pre-ordered the claw machine.
Yeah, he's gonna return it. If he did, he's gonna return it. I know that.
No, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do something. Oh, he don't do videos. Oh,
he does videos, man. Don't
come out of retirement and do a claw machine video.
He's gonna do the video.
But he's not,
fanboy is also known as Rent-A-Center.
He does videos.
He don't do return that bitch.
I need him to do the videos like the old videos, brother. When they really got us excited.
He just needs something to motivate him, and that will motivate him. So he can troll the whole community. He's a troller. He's the master troller. Between him and Welcome to Die, those are the biggest trollers in the fucking community. Hands down. They take it to new levels.
So you change your name to Infinite Destiny, and then you're going with the Chun-Li, huh?
Wow. With that being said, let's turn the page.
Didn't I kick butt with Chun-Li? That was my character.
Let's go. Let's see what you got, UAG.
Okay.
Back.
So, one of the biggest in the last couple of years of big renaissance has been light gun games. Companies came out like Gun 4 IR, Send It Light Gun. What was the other one? The retro shooter. There's just to name a few.
I'm in the distance. I'm not talking.
So one of the things about this is that it's very cumbersome to set up. You need a fucking PhD to set this bitch up. You got to put fucking lasers all over your fucking TV. Do this, do that. It's crazy. Or Send It Light Gun is not cheap. Well, there's another company coming out here, and they're saying they're gonna make it easy for us to do it, and they're coming out with Time Crisis to be the first one to play on modern televisions, and you don't have to do none of that shit. They're using AI to predict the location on your screen with the gun. This is about $100. I think I want to say $80, $80 to $100, and they're coming out with a upgraded version that has feedback. That's $120. Right now, it's only talking about the one.
Where are the foot pedals?
There's no.
Where are the foot pedals?
There's no foot pedals. There's going to be nothing but buttons. However, there's a possibility that they will add that. The beautiful thing about it is the technology that they're using. This technology could be transferred over to other games. It could be licensed out. It could be done other places, and consoles can take advantage of this, or Arcade1Up can, just like they took advantage of Send It Light Gun. They can take advantage of this. So this, it might be the fucking gateway to get the other games that we want, whether it's the whole slew of Time Crisis, whether it's Lethal Enforcers, whether it's Area 51. I know if you told me that there was just a console that gave me nothing but light guns, I would jump on it if it was affordable and the equipment didn't feel like piece of shit. You know, I'm excited about this. This was right now was showed in the Tokyo Game Show. We don't know for sure if it's coming in the United States. However, the documents on here was all in English. If it wasn't going to come out in America, they probably wouldn't have done that shit. So it was all in English. It looks exciting. It looks promising. I'm excited for it.
It's
If you want
definitely a step
to
up.
see it, you can go to Time. What do you want to call it? Time and sections to read the article, but it's there now. I know you like. We remember we had the Sega Saturn. We used to play Virtual Cop on there, so I know you like yourself some light gun games. What do you think about this?
What I was gonna say is it's a step up from Duck Hunt. We originally had the original guns. Okay, we had Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
So where the controller was still connected and everything. Now I definitely like the gun game. I would definitely try this. Definitely try this at home. I would definitely get into this.
What game would it need to be on there to make you bite? Like day one, I would buy it.
Call of Duty.
I mean, we're thinking about console games, so like think of a console shooter. I mean, not a console, not arcade shooter.
I don't know.
So you're talking about House of the Dead,
Terminator, House
Okay,
of
Terminator.
Dead, Terminator. Yeah, Terminator.
Oh, okay. MGK, first of all, what do you think about the product? And secondly, because I know a lot of companies hit you up about it, about these shooters and the different things like that. What do you think about this technology and leveraging it? And what game would day one buy it if it came out?
Okay. Shooters are hard for me. You know that. I'm funded with the shooters, bro. I like the fact that they got some kind of Area 51 would definitely be a good one. Now they had I'm gonna tell you a good game that came out that was kind of semi-modern, and you guys won't recognize. You guys think about all the old games. They had a version of Ghostbusters that came out a while back too. Like I'm gonna tell you a game that I actually own it in the arcade version, Invasion. If you put something like Invasion on there, it would be a seller. I own the arcade version of Invasion. I think that those type of games would push this thing to the limit, right? The AI is cool. I think that when you get into this whole gun game thing, though, it has to be a package. It has to be something that you can get everything, and it needs to be something that you can just really, really have fun with. Because if you don't, like you said, it was so hard for people to get it emulated. If you don't do it right, it just turns people off. I've seen so many people turned off by shooters, by all of the stuff that's come out.
And it has
to
be friendly. It has to be user friendly.
It has to be user friendly, man. They just get turned off. They like, hey man, forget this. Screw. So what they don't tell you is how many people sent all those systems back. They won't tell you that. It's a lot of those systems that got sent back because people just couldn't set this shit up.
Really quickly here, if this is the Brad that I know, he's been like working on these gun game stuff and like that. He has a bunch of things that he set up. He said they're being super vague about the technology and they keep using AI like it's some kind of magic word. I hope it's not just some kind of cheap gyroscope gun.
No, it's probably predictive. It's probably a predictive, like some kind of predictive screening or something like that. Like it sees like that you're in the area and it predicts where you're going. I'm thinking if it's AI, it's going to be predictive.
Recognition. It might have facial recognition. That's one, like a mapping system.
Yeah, it may see what you're looking at. I think that, so for it to be, I'm going to tell you, the only reason why you got to be careful with that is because facial recognition in itself is different from like eye tracking, right? So like when you're looking at shooters, you're going to be talking about more eye tracking than facial recognition, because you'll be looking at something. Your face could be here, but something comes over here, right? And you got to be able to see it out the corner of your eye to be able to get it, right? That's how the gun games work. So I don't know how they're gonna do it. I root for the best. I hope that it works. We'll see. Let's see what people are talking about. They want. The people are talking about Call of Booty, say House of the Dead, Virtual Cop 1,
and 2. Like House of the Dead is probably. I think House of the Dead for the community is probably the biggest IP.
I don't even like House of the Dead that much. I don't.
That's because you're crazy.
You're not a shooter.
That's because you're crazy.
What?
House of the Dead is the shit. I remember getting that on the Sega Saturn, and I would love that shit.
Hold on. Did you just say I wasn't a shooter?
You said it. I don't do the shooting games. I mean, I could have.
No, that's not what I said. I have a shooter in my. I have real shooters, arcade machines in my basement. What I'm saying is that I don't do a lot of this emulation shooter stuff because they don't do it right.
Because they do it like if you have a mouse on the screen and you're
exactly.
And
they
a mouse,
notice like the sending stuff. The what was that? The light for with I for retro, whatever that stuff was, and all that other crazy stuff.
IR, I think
IR, IR retro, whatever. Yeah.
The gun for IR and the retro shooter.
Retro shooter and gun for IR were almost basically the same. So
I think they partnered up together. Brad D, if you're in the chat still, you can let us know if that's accurate. Now,
what I wanted to say, other than
I'm
that,
country buckwee. What you expect? I'm from the A, baby.
The fact that AI is going to be inputted in this game and is only going to come up from $80 to $120 is actually funny. Like, it's not too expensive, being that it's supposedly new technology. I mean, we know it may not be, but to be in everyone's homes at that price is.
Let's keep it real. There is no such thing as $300 AI. It doesn't exist. I know they're saying this, but it doesn't exist. Even for your cell phone, when you look at all this stuff that comes out, AI for $300 don't exist. So NVIDIA basically has AI on lock for you to get the cheapest card that has AI technology in it. You're talking about $600-700. The cheapest card. The cheapest way to get AI in any form is $700. Every cell phone that has AI in it is over $1,000.
So Brad gives us some clarification. So the gun for IR and the retro shooter aren't associated with each other, but they use similar base code for their tech.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they're very similar. I didn't think they were the same company, but the product in itself is so similar that you could get either one.
Yeah. So, I mean, they probably leverage like the same thing, like putting those sensors and everything like that. And that could be cumbersome for like a new user. Like if you're good with tech, you're probably okay with that. But for some people, like the average person, like the average Joe that just wants something turnkey, that's not going to be so simple.
I think if this thing works and you can put it on the TV, I think that it's a winner. I think that it's the best thing smoking, because like you said, if you can give me the libraries, how many there's like 300 and something real good shooter games.
Yeah.
After about 75, you're talking about a bunch of Series 1, Series 2, Series 3, Series 4 games, right?
I think it's gathering more audience from consoles too, because just thinking of the fact that you can get your TV and you can get your game all in one, it kind of cancels a lot.
The cool thing about this, you're not restricted to a fucking 17-inch screen. You can be on a 65-inch screen.
Well, it makes it a family event. Think about it. You plug this shit up to a TV. You know, it's like everybody was doing VR or whatever. You plug it up and you got kids and stuff, or you have a lot of old school friends come out. They're drinking, they're eating, they're doing this other stuff. Hey man, look and see what I got on my TV. You don't have to come all the way in my game room. You're in my living room. We put it up and you're shooting, and people's like, "Oh shit, this is cool as hell."
I think that this would be a seller day one. Again, if you have something like the Lethal Enforcer with the target practice, or you have like Mad Dog McCree with the story.
Yeah, Mad Dog McCree.
Yeah, will it work on a projector? Will it work on a projector?
I think it would, because it would the border of the screen. So it's just reading that. I think you give an example of like, okay, this is X amount of my screen. You probably have to input how big your screen is.
So think about it. We were talking about it. We was playing Big Buck Hunter on the projector, and we loved it.
It was awesome.
It was great.
Awesome. And the library is so big, because there's still gun games to today. If you go to fucking Dave and Buster's, they have new gun games. Whether they do Ghostbusters, whether they're doing
that's what I said. If they got something like that, Ghostbusters, Jurassic Park, Ghostbusters, the newer Terminator games. They got some newer Terminator games. They got those what was it? It's side
Alien
shooter.
What I
Alien
wonder
versus
is it was, okay, so remember how we had 3D TVs and nobody really wanted to spend the money on the 3D glasses that came with it? You know, are they going to be willing to buy this as well? That's what I'm thinking. Like,
hey Nick,
they didn't want to buy what came with TVs before.
So you got to remember when the 3D TVs came. So I'm glad you brought that up. So think about what you're saying. So all of the other technology was really based upon people who had to know how to work it. If you're talking about something that's AI where you can just put it up there and it works and it does something itself, it's different.
Cut out all that bullshit.
You cut out because you had 3D was the same way. You had active and you had passive 3D, right? So the active stuff you had to go buy the $100 glasses, all this other shit, right?
Imagine you have more people. You have to buy more glasses and shit.
In my guest room where Nick stayed, where he comes down here, I got a LG 55-inch passive 3D screen. I have a whole library on my server of like 100 and something 3D movies. I could go to the movie theater, right? When you go to the movie theater and you get 3D, I would get a handful of them shits and throw them in my pocket because it's the same technology that they used at home. So you could use the same glasses that at the movie theater.
But look how that didn't work. That was a dream that they sold, and a lot of people didn't buy it.
It looked good. People just it wasn't that. It was the actual the production companies just got tired of making it.
But you know what?
It cost too much money.
The movies. What I think was the biggest problem there is even when you go to the movie theaters, they don't leverage that technology properly. And so you go to a movie that says it's in 3D, and you're like, "What the fuck is in 3D?"
Yeah, think about it.
The last movie I went to see in 3D was fucking Final Destination, and that shit sucked.
My question is, even with when you have all the Marvel movies, so think about it. Almost all Marvel movies come out in 3D, right? But how long do they stay in 3D? For a week? That means that
because they're not making money.
But
so they have to change that to another.
Hold up. You got to have the glasses. You got so really what my business sense. You got to understand they want to get the most for their bang, right? Whenever you have to produce that, like you said, you got to sell the glasses. You got to do this. You got to do that. People don't want to pay the upscale for it, so you got to change the same amount for the 3D movie that you pay for the regular movie, right? Especially like the matinees and all this shit. It just became more of a hassle because every single one of those movies, all of the Marvel movies, all of the Ant-Mans, all of this shit, everything came out in 3D. All of them came out in 3D. You got 1 or 2 weeks of 3D, and then they was done.
I was just thinking about VR. One, this is giving me Wii vibes because you could play the Wii games with
my God.
Right? So it is giving me Wii vibes. But yeah, 2, the VR, people are spending that money. What's the newest one? I think it starts with an S. It's supposed to be affordable. It's white. I tried on a pair recently.
The most affordable one is still the Meta
Quest.
Meta Quest. They just
Meta
came
Quest
out with a new one.
2s. The Meta Quest 2s are the most affordable.
I put on one recently, and I could see how you could get lost in that world.
I like them. I bought. Look, I told you. I went and bought this. I went on Facebook Marketplace. I found a dude that had a 32 gigabyte Meta Quest 2 for $99. I went and bought it. I bought it home.
Facebook sent me one. I have the second one. That shit sucks,
bro. I got it. I cleaned it up, and for the games that I like to play,
listen. Now, let me rephrase that. They don't suck. It's just that it's a gimmick. It is a gimmick. And then after a while, the gimmick is over.
But it's the same thing. Hold on. You remember when every one of these phones, hold on, when Samsung came out with virtual, I still got that shit. Remember, you used to be able to take your phone, your note,
3D
or whatever
pictures and shit like
and
that.
you hold on, no, it had VR. You could slide your phone into the slot and you could use use your phone as like 3D goggles. The problem was the shit got so goddamn hot, you couldn't use it. It would burn your phone up.
Let's go back to the most gimmicky stuff. Most gimmicky stuff that you can think about. And cell phones were big for that. Cell phones had a lot of gimmicky shit. I remember my dad when he the first cell phone, he had the first cell phone that had a camera. This camera it wasn't on the phone. It was on a fucking keychain. You would take the picture and then you would have to plug it into the phone and upload the fucking photo. Then they did an upgrade where the camera was in the hinge of the fucking phone. So you open the phone and it'll flip and it looked like a camcorder. And the fucking camera was on the fucking hinge. The biggest gimmicks.
Did Toxin just say X videos 3D?
That's what Console Fanboy talking about.
Oh my
Console Fanboy talking about slapping that salami.
Y'all some freaky deakies, boy.
You know, they think it's all good because P. Diddy came out with all that baby oil. So they talk about that baby oil time.
Hey, Diddy was putting people in corners though. Diddy was like, yo, the baby oil or no career.
But you know what? They talk about all these niggas like R. Kelly. They talk about R. Kelly. But no one talks about Elvis Presley at the age of 24 marrying a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, Lisa. Yeah.
Oh,
hey.
No one said nothing about that.
Woody. Don't forget about Woody.
Woody Allen marrying his
to my Yoko. Yeah,
his daughter-in-law.
And Johnny Cash was 14 too, right? Johnny Cash, he was about 14.
Hey man, they like that good tight, man. That's all it is. They like that good tight right. That's all it is.
Listen, when I was growing up, some guy told me on the football team, he said, if she's old enough to bleed, she's old enough to breed.
Okay, this is taking a wrong turn real fast. This is not the horror movie Wrong Turn. Exclude that.
That was a horrible movie too. Out of all the horror movies I've seen, Wrong Turn could have.
He said he's no longer a star, and that's why they're after him.
You see who on here? I got to be careful now.
So I'm just gonna leave that alone.
Hey, Nick, you see who in the chat, right?
Who?
Right? Look, TMC. All of them got big balls now. Everybody's coming after him.
But you know who? You know who real quiet? You know who real quiet? Jay-Z ain't say shit. You don't even hear him. He like
Jay-Z, B's, nobody.
Hold on. He's drink like this.
Everybody in that camp, everybody in that camp over there is like, hold up. I'm gonna tell you. No, I got one for you. The one person who always talks major shit ain't saying shit. And y'all some New Yorkers. So I'm gonna put this on y'all, and y'all tell me how fucked up this is. Dame ain't said shit.
What, you mean Dame Dash?
Yeah.
No, I did see him earlier. He said, listen.
Bro, Dame ain't talking, bro.
Listen, they have a compilation of him.
Dame quiet as shit right now. I'm like, if think about it. Dame was the one person who Dame kept it cool. Dame was always the most.
Well, he don't want to get shot. They probably kill him already. Yo, but there's a big rumor. There's always been a big rumor. You don't hear it out there, but in the industry and a lot of people from the city, they tell you fucking Busta Rhymes like booty holes. You ain't never seen him with a bitch. He been in the game for how long? And you ain't never heard him about being with a bitch.
Busta got a wife.
Busta,
okay, all right.
He never got in trouble for side stuff.
All right.
He had a fight a couple of years ago at 5:00 in the morning on 40-something street with some construction workers because they called him gay and he was out there with his boy. Yeah.
Now, when I say he got a wife, I'm not saying that he stayed loyal to his wife. I'm just saying.
Sure, yeah. Sure, yeah.
Hey man, hey look, I'm telling you, bro. From being around here, man, it's a lot of beards in this industry, man. In the industry, man.
Well, I mean, you're from the land of the beards, though,
dude. But no, you gotta understand. Like, you remember, like, so I had a label back in the early 90s. And I was so, and like I was, me and Beautiful One and like a couple of my homeboys, we was like, man, we was talking about this shit. And we was talking about how much we were like so happy this shit didn't work out. Because it was a lot of like when we was going to Jack the Rapper and shit like that back in the day, there was a lot of shit happening, and we was like so oblivious to the shit. Like this shit's been going on for a long time.
That's a fact.
There are people that put Diddy and all the rest of these motherfuckers on, man. They not the first people to do this shit. They've been doing this shit forever, bro.
No, the music industry has been corrupt from the beginning of time.
Exactly. Let's not blame Diddy. It happened to Diddy too. I mean,
listen, the biggest ones are the ones that was running the boy bands. The boy bands from the Menudos to the fucking New Kids on the Block, New Edition. They all had the one gay guy who was running that shit, and you had to be in the group. You had to give up some booty hole.
Hold on, did you say Tim? What you got to say about Tim, bro? Hold on, Playboy. We ain't gonna talk about Timbo. Leave Timbo out your mouth, Playboy.
Listen. I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past him.
They showed a video earlier of Diddy with his kids in the background talking to LeBron, and then LeBron ends up in a French maid's costume, and it was just like, and
but
LeBron,
wasn't that a commercial though? Didn't LeBron end up in a French maid costume in a commercial?
He was extremely happy to be going to a Diddy party, to be drinking premium wine. How y'all let LeBron rock number 23 like that? I don't know.
But hold on, but LeBron didn't.
It's not that fake.
No,
that's fake.
You didn't see Kobe in that shit. I'm just saying.
LeBron didn't need it.
But you heard stuff about LeBron, being a little bit promiscuous. You never heard anything about him being. I don't believe that. I think he's a manly dude. But I will say that a lot of the people, in that industry, I wonder how much vagina you have to get till you start thinking about, what, I done had too much.
Dude, did you
I'm
see
afraid of that.
Hold up. Did you see what they shit? So like Bobby V is down here. Did you hear about that shit? So they went to a party and they was like Bobby said that he was so tired of women, and they didn't realize that when he was just talking about he was just tired, like he was just tired of these chicks. Like he came in with two bad chicks, right? The chicks wasn't even chicks; they was dudes. Like people was like they want, because one of the security dudes, like he followed one of the chicks to the bathroom, and like when he got back by the bathroom, like the chick vanished. So he was like, "Shit, I'm already by the bathroom. I'm gonna go use the bathroom." So the chick that went to the club with Bobby V was in the men's restroom at the urinal. Like, what's up?
I mean, the song which one is it? I love when they call me Big Papa. That song, the girl was in the bathroom. They talked about that was from back then.
He she? You don't remember all the
she was at the urinal and everything.
You don't remember all the times you hear those words? He she? LL starts his song with he she.
That was back then. That was before this whole shit that we're going through now. That was back then.
Yeah,
and
Bieber
they were like,
drugged, bro. If you don't think Bieber got drugged,
but you know what? But Bieber, he was hinting at that for a while, and we all didn't think anything of it. Now, we got sidetracked big time. Let's end it with this last thing, and we kind of hinted about this.
We act like about the boom boom room. Yeah, like y'all know about that. Like, hey, bro, I was a playboy, but I ain't fuck with no boy girl, boy.
Now here we go. Remember what I told y'all that once you buy something digital, you don't own that shit?
Yeah.
Well, and California, they're trying to pass a law that they can't say the word buy on a digital store because you don't own that shit until they pass laws where you actually own it and they give you a digital copy that cannot be taken back. They're trying to pass a law that says change that shit. And so if that passes in California, that's going to pass everywhere else. And hopefully we get some kind of clarification on when you buy something digital, because at this point you may own it. Just like you bought the iArcade and you thought you bought all those games and you thought those were your games.
Nah, the minute they went out of business, all a bunch of games disappeared.
This is why GameStop and mom and pop stores are still important, because I'm gonna need my disc.
But
Physical copies.
what happens when a publisher says, I'm not going to come out with a physical copy, I'm only going to come out with a digital copy, then you're screwed. Like, for example, the Marvel vs. Capcom, unless you're waiting for the 12th of October, or if you're a PC gamer, you only have the digital copy.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a bunch of copies, man. I'm a PC gamer. It's a bunch of stuff ain't came out on PC yet. I'm still waiting for it, bro, because I'm like, shit,
Not cool.
So I hope that this law passes, and I hope that they put some kind of safety measures in there for you paid the same amount as a physical copy. I should have the rights to that game. Exactly. I shouldn't be screwed if something happens down the line.
But the question is that even if they get them to change what they say, how does it? I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but you got some really good lawyers. It's not going to really change the way they implement what it is.
Well, I think what would happen is if they say you don't physically own it and you're renting it, maybe the price would be different. Or maybe they say, oh, you don't, you do own it. If something happens, there's this server that's owned by the government that you would download that game from. If, for God forbid, that company goes out of business, that someone loses the license or something like that. There has to be some kind of things, rules and regulations in place to prevent to save the consumer.
Yeah, we've been saying that shit for years. I mean, how long have we been saying this though?
We've been saying it for a while now, but now that you're getting more games coming out here and saying, I'm not going to come out with a physical copy, you're just going to have to get the digital copy. And you're seeing a lot of these contracts expiring, whether it's for your favorite movie or you've bought a movie in Vudu and Vudu no longer exists. Now it's you have to go to fucking anytime, anywhere, and you have to go through all these loopholes. People are starting to lose their content, their digital media. And so now we're seeing the aftermath. It's been about 12 years since physical media has really been disintegrating, and a lot of these stores are losing. They're not expanding their video game stores. They're not having CDs, anything like that. Now we're seeing the aftermath of that. It took a while for us to get to this point.
I got you.
What's happening now?
I own way too many digital copies for someone all of a sudden to tell me I don't own those copies. To pay $62 to $65 for a digital copy, and then to even pay more for the cross-platform or the cross-gens, because me, because of Xbox, right? I know I had an Xbox, and then I'm getting an Xbox One, so now I'm anticipating that, so I'm paying $110 for a cross-gen platform, and you tell me I don't own it. It's a little much.
That sucks. You spend so much money, or you probably haven't played a game in a while. You try to play it, especially like the card games are notorious for that, right? Because they lose the license for a particular card and stuff like that, and you get fucked. Like, there's got to be some kind of protections in place for the consumer. Everything is leveraged for the companies and nothing for the consumer. When is it gonna change?
That's true, because I've definitely had some hiccups here and there where I didn't feel like my voice was being heard. But I can tell you on the flip side, I have seen some changes in customer support as far as Xbox is concerned, as far as Microsoft is concerned. So I see them doing their due diligence, and I hope that they move forward when it comes to these digital copies, because hello.
Listen. That is comment of the day.
That is.
You won't own that, okay? But it's less expensive. That's also a plus. So, MGK, you have a lot of physical media, and you also download a lot of your physical media, so it's not tied into a server. You have your own server, so you own that digital stuff. But for those people who don't, like, what is your suggestions?
Terabytes.
What can you do?
Put it on your
I
own.
mean, man, I believe that everybody should have a backup of everything, bro. I think that whatever you get a backup of it so they can't take it from you. I mean, most games always have a way to play offline. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I generally try to stay away from games. Like, we got sucked in with the Street Fighters and all this other stuff, but a lot of this stuff, you know, like, not even Street Fighter, but some of the stuff that had to be. I hate those games that have to update every time you turn them on. I hate those games that only allow you to play when you're online. I hate those type of games. I try to stay away from them. I don't care how big the title is. I stay away from this shit. I try to stay away. I try to keep with stuff that if I download it and I back it up and I got it on my stuff, I can play it.
You know what? Also, MGK and you here is that there's a lot of games right now that when you think you're buying the physical disc and it only has the first gigabyte on there. And you're downloading 90% of the game.
It's a key for the download.
Mm-hmm.
What I tell everybody that when you do that is that if that's gonna be the case, usually you have a couple of hours. Like if you go to GameStop or something like that, you got a couple of hours to keep the game or whatever before you have to return it. I'll take it right back.
He's mentioning the key and the stuff and the licensing. They've been doing this since we used to put Windows on a freaking CD, Windows 95 and stuff. You had to have the license and the key in the back. If you didn't have it,
that's all it is.
You couldn't put it into another computer
all that this does is tell your server that you paid the money to allow their server to dump the game onto your system. That's all it does.
Perfect example of this right now is Marvel vs. Capcom, because in Euro they don't get a physical disc; they're just getting a code, but they're getting a case for the game.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I mean, honestly, the truth of the matter is, if all of us wanted these games, this is the real deal. If we all really wanted the games, we could go in as a group, buy 10 copies of the game, right? 10 discs. We spread them to each other. They know the serial numbers, but if you got a VPN or anything else that won't see it, it's gonna let you download it internationally. We get it. Once you have the game on your thing, it's gonna be able to update. You can take one disc and send it to 12 of your homeboys. Y'all can all go in on the game. It won't even make a difference. You just got to know how to do it.
He said, "How can I play without internet?" Like that's another thing. Like a lot of these games, you have to have internet now just to play it.
Well, you can't play without internet. That's what I'm saying. Because what they do is, so the ones that I try to stay away from the most is the ones that some games that are physical disc require you to have the physical disc in even for the update.
Very true.
On the console.
That is true.
So that's that trick. That's the only trick. That's why I don't really fuck with consoles. I fuck with PCs. And that's why they don't put a lot. That's why the reason why you got to understand this. The reason why manufacturers or these developers won't put their games out on PCs has nothing to do about the fact they won't sell. PC is the biggest market on the planet, bro. They won't put this shit out because the minute they put this shit out there and somebody captures that code, they have just lost millions and millions of dollars, because ain't nobody go buy this shit. Nobody in the PC world will buy the game ever again, because I can capture the updates, I can capture the game, I can capture everything. I have in almost every library of all my emulation, I have updates, the games, everything. I can play everything. Every time an update drops, I get it. I don't need anything else if it hits. And that's why a lot of manufacturers won't put it on there. They just won't put them on the PC.
So, I just wanted to make sure I put you big screen, because when the feds come, I'm saying I am not part of this. I've never done anything like that ever in my life, guys. I pay for everything I've owned.
UAG has paid me to give him multiple gigabytes of games. He has asked for multiple builds. he had asked for all of it. So if you want to know that,
he has a server for you guys. You know when Cool Toys server went down, we all sent it to MGK. MGK got it. MGK got it.
Yeah, I keep it. I ain't playing them games, baby. I'm not losing. I don't lose.
So, guys, that's pretty much the show.
I got one question.
Go ahead.
One thing we got to go about. I know we've been on for almost 2 hours, but we still got a lot of people on here. So we can marinate on this. We ain't talked about it. Ain't nobody talked about the X-Men pinball. You know what I'm saying? For all you pinball heads out there.
Because we ain't got that budget. This ain't that budget. You gotta go to Retro Ralph's channel. He got that kind of budget. We ain't got 5K minimum 5K to spend on that. Minimum.
You may not have it play wet.
Oh, listen, I know I don't. I ain't even try to pretend. Like, let's just say this. I was questioning. I was like, maybe if it was worth it. Because let's get down to it. For me, where I'm thinking about is, do I go with the Pro, the PlayStation Pro? And I'm like, it's within my price range. However, is there anything for me to get? Is it worth the purchase? Do they have a game? Do they have anything that tells me, hey, you know what? I think it's worth it.
It's normally the storage the storage is what separates pro to non-pro.
But the beautiful thing about the PlayStation, you have that MEI. You could put up to a 2 gig, 8 gig of storage.
I don't know nothing about no PlayStation shit. I just got my first PlayStation. All I know is if I get my basement cleaned out, I'm gonna have me a whole bunch of pinball machines in that bitch. I'm just waiting for everybody to come pick up their shit.
And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over there and play it because I ain't buying shit.
I just need everybody to get their shit out my basement so I can get my pinball machines.
Everybody need to come with how much shit you got in your basement. Damn.
Hey, I got a whole yard sale down there. You want some shit? Come get it. You want to pick? I got 2 pool tables down there. Come get this shit.
Virtual pinball is the best thing for me. That's the poor man's version of it. I'll play that. I am not buying a damn pinball machine unless it fell off the truck.
Bro, they got. Have you seen some of those pinball machines? Some of the better virtual pinball machines though, they're $10,000.
Nah. See, when I talk about the pinball machines that I'm thinking about, I'm referring to like at Games Premium.
I ain't buying no more of this shit, bro.
Under 2K.
I'm not buying no more of this shit because you spend too much money on upgrades. I'm not buying this shit again.
Well, I got it out my system. I'm good. I could play it on my computer screen, the Zen Pinball. I'm good to go. I've left that bitch in vertical screen. I'll play it for a little bit and I'm good.
Got the controller set up. You can flip them virtual buttons and you get it right.
I'm good. I'll play for a couple of hours and get it out my system. I'm good. Next, please. Next.
Yeah, I've been going to Costco looking for the Jurassic Park. So, and I've been going down to the rich side of town. I've been like trying to get away from my side of town, get away from the hood, so I can see what they got on the rich side of town.
So you go on the rich side to play with some balls. Okay, I got you.
Haha, you know
they with the right type of balls.
They the smoothest.
They're chrome.
They reciprocate.
They got that good reflection. And
but
that baby oil.
I ain't seen one in person yet, and I've been looking at the upgrades.
Oils.
They ain't got them. I wanted to see how I play because I haven't played. I never played the home version. So,
what celebrities they're gonna name on the case? What? First of all, did you hear your girl,
Mary J?
Your girl, whatchamacallit, Beyonce is supposedly divorcing Jay-Z, so she don't get taken down when
Nah, that's $1 billion business right there. That ain't happening.
Yo, I was looking at Beyonce's
if her accounts get frozen, it might happen. You don't
they
know
not
how
go.
she act when it comes to her money, boo boo.
They not gonna freeze their accounts. They on a different level. So you gotta think about it. Your boy Puff was never on that level. Puff was music. And I'm gonna tell you, your man put this shit out there. Puff really got took down over Ciroc. He got took down over Ciroc. If it wasn't for the liquor, if he wouldn't have asked for that money that they owed him,
because he's suing them.
Be good.
And you don't fuck with the white man. You think I'm joking? Don't fuck with him. Jay-Z knows his lane. He stood in his lane. He said, "Listen, I'm over here. I'm fucking with the sports. I'm fucking with NFL shit. I'm fucking with art. I'm doing all that. I ain't fucking with that."
All this shit you hear in the old Outcast stuff, old National got rolled out of shit. UAG tell you that shit is right here. I stay right here, baby. I ain't never.
I haven't heard any complaints about Ace of Spades, not once.
Yeah, listen,
he's been running for a while.
He's just making sure that check clear.
Hey man, but you get that though. So like, as long as they was in there, they was like, yo, he went back and said, "Look, you owe me $1 billion." They told Jay, I mean, he went and told these folks they owe him like $1 billion, and they was like, "Yo, you know what? Fuck that. We're not paying you, bro."
Listen, I'm just saying.
Nah, fuck that. You gonna pay me?
That's what happened.
Hey, UAG, you see what Buckwheat said about me?
Say rich ass?
Hold on, no, to read the one that he said, like, I know what it's like to be in the hood. He don't know, he don't know me yet, bro. I'm telling you, baby, I love you. I love you because you're the soldier. You don't know. I'm straight. I'm straight from the hood, baby. I ain't got to claim
the best of both worlds. The best of both worlds.
I grew myself up out of it though. That's the whole thing. I still keep it with me. I never let it go.
One thing my dad, rest his soul, he always told me, you could take a nigga out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of a nigga.
Yeah, he did.
Believe that. And
that chip on your shoulder, propels you to the next level because you never want to go back. But never forget where you came from.
Never
forget, but don't gotta live in it.
I ain't gotta go back there though. I stay right around the corner. I can ride straight through that.
Remember what that hot dog tastes like, because that steak might, that mistake might run out.
Hey, Buckwheat, I'm gonna tell you, let you know that's my lady right there. She said, "Don't let the smooth type fool you, baby boy." Just saying, she know what it is. Hey, for beanie weenies, baby.
Listen, I can eat me what they call a pimp steak, a hot
pimp steak, baby.
Oh, pimp steak.
No, pimp steak is bologna.
Listen, pork and beans. I don't know about bologna, bro.
No, pimp steak is bologna all day. That's pimp steak.
No, what was it? Steakums is pimp steak. I remember them Steakums.
Steakums was expensive. That shit cost. Steakums wasn't cheap. That shit cost. That shit used to be that was
UAG. Steakums was expensive.
He said, nigga. I would say something, but my fans would be there. But you keep on fucking with me, bro, and your lady might find out. Okay.
Hey, he don't mind saying, but
you know what I'm saying? Bitch love me. Now, with that being said, your brother I gotta be,
I love y'all, man. Love you, Buckwheat, man. I love everybody. Love y'all, man.
Love y'all all. Peace and love and happiness.
Hey, peace, love, and happiness, man. You know what it is.
Sign us out, brother.
Let me take it out. Hey, yo, for all 48 people. Hey, yo, you know what? I'm going to say it right here in the camera. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're right here with us, and we love you for it. Thank you for coming in. You are the most important part of what we do. So you are us, and we are you. Thank you so much. We love you, man. We'll see you next time. Please, salute.
Love you guys. I'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.